See it dry, I'll be happy.
I had a bit of trouble getting gas the other day, but we've all that sorted now, so it's all go from here. Tomorrow now is going to be an exciting day. There's a lot of pressure on me now at the moment to get these new kind of techniques going through. You know.
But Ian's not the only one under pressure. At Quiva's workstation, disaster has struck.
See what story?
Well, it's after cracking here, Colin. I'm after putting it here.
Everything was grand the whole week, and then you just turn around, there's a big crack down your pot, like, and I knew this would happen. I knew it.
My heart went out to Quiva. I know exactly how that feels. But there's one of the things now that Colin was able to help us with.
She's taken on board the advice of putting a hole in the side of the piece of there to escape, and I think now she's 100% back on track.
I just hope and pray that it's not going to crack away again.
I set up my kiln today for test firing. I got some samples into it. I'd say some people were wondering, will there be any result at all from this firing, like, because it's sounds so strange.
So that's going to be another 2 hours then before we kind of get to top temperature.
Yeah, well, like...
A successful test firing will keep Ian's work on the road, but meanwhile, Deirdre's project has hit a serious speed bump.
I hadn't even considered the extra work that's involved in getting the plinth and the wiring and drilling the hole in it and all that. I hadn't even considered that extra aspect of work. So, and I also...
Deirdre has decided to completely ditch the idea of making a water feature and now wants to concentrate on finishing her handmade bowl.
If I get this one piece finished to the standard that I'm happy with, I'm still in the competition because I'm really pleased with it. I might not have had anything to show at the end, whereas this way I know I'll be happy with what I'm producing.
I got some results from the sagger, from the test firing too.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, do you want to check them out?
Yes, you got them out of the kiln already?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
For his first test, Ian has added some oxides to give his horsehair pots some extra colour.
Wow!
Colin was very impressed, and everybody was out looking at one stage, like, and it's quite exciting, like, you know, it's good fun, like, you know.
Oh my God, what's in horsehair?
Wow!
2 of them came out exactly the way I wanted them. So for the first firing, that's quite good, like, because by the time I've 30 or 40 of them done, like, I can imagine that it's going to look really good, like, you know, so.
My God, it's amazing, isn't it? I had no idea that horsehair was so resilient.
Yeah.
He's given us a taste by showing us individually how different things fire. His real challenge is the alchemy of turning his pieces into beautiful objects of art. And every now and then there are...
Next morning, the pressure is on at the ceramics studio, and the clock is ticking as the apprentices prepare their pieces for firing.
There's no cracks in it at the moment.
It's a learning curve for me, the whole drying process, like the different drying times and stuff.
Today I was doing some test firing, and I hadn't much time to do it, so I had to rush it because we had to be finished by 1 o'clock. So I fired it up really quick, and then I took it out with the tongs and I dipped it into water.
Wow, oh my God, what's this?
And dipping it into water like that can cause it to crack. One good thing is never to panic and always to take things calm, because if you panic then you might just stress yourself out. Like.
In the rush to finish, panic and stress are in no short supply at Deirdre's station.
I had a little bit of a catastrophe here. I was working away on my piece when I turned the plinth that I was sitting on. A piece came off. I nearly died.
This is what we call Plan B and C.
I thought, after all of this work, my God, am I going to lose the piece now?
Okay.
That was the worst thing that could have happened to me, I felt. But Colin was so cool about it, you know, he gave me back the belief that it'll be okay, it'll be fine.
Okay, so keep sponging gently.
Yes.
Really gently, okay?
Really gently, okay.
I just noticed like a little scratch there, just like kind of buffing that out. I have 5 pieces, I only have to put 1 forward, so like one has to turn out the way I want it.
Okay guys, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to step away from your piece of pottery now.
Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to getting it all done and dusted, and then I can just breathe. Be a weight off my shoulders.
Overall, I'm really happy I've got to this stage. I have a piece that I'm very happy with, but we won't know until the fat lady comes out of the kiln.
Their pieces will be fired at temperatures that top 1,000 degrees, and even at this stage, there's no guarantee that their precious work will survive the process.
Okay, everyone's got their fingers on toes crossed, please.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Oh, I was nervous before it came out. We all were.
Oh, Ian's are perfect.
Yeah, everything came out, no cracks out of the bisque.
Queeve, is it perfect?
I was just relieved that they weren't cracked anyway, so I was delighted.
Then Deirdre's piece came out from the depths of the kiln and it was there. Let's see.
I was just happy that it stayed together and it's a solid piece and that none of those cracks had appeared.
They were still warm, and it was a great opportunity to get them into my small kiln so I could fire them up and get them finished. I decided to go with the horsehair feathers, and I added a bit of sugar into it as well. I just wanted to keep it quite simple because less, I think, was better in this case. Go let them cool down,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take them out and wax them, and that's them finished.
Brilliant, okay. Dip it into the glaze.
Am I holding it here?
Deirdre's piece was so big, it actually took 3 of us to glaze it. 1, 2, 3, you coordinate it.
There's quite a bit of suction in there when you're bringing the pot back up. So I was really afraid that somehow the weight of the glaze and the pot together would just be too much for me to get back out. But it actually wasn't.
You happy?
High five?
After a final polish, Queeva's piece is ready for its coloured glaze.
This is the red. I think it's even enough, and there might be a few little bumps and lumps, but it might add a little bit of character to the piece, so I don't mind so much.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm happy enough with that.
They're done now, and it's just a matter of getting them into the kiln and waiting for the next 48 hours to see what way they all pan out. And because we're dipping them, I actually didn't think it would be possible, and to see these 3 beautiful pieces able to stand on their own plinths and be part of that final judging panel, and all are of a standard that could definitely make the final cut for sure.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, best of luck to everybody.
Okay.
Here.
Cheers.
Here's the week.
Sláinte.
It's been an intense week, and our 3 ceramics apprentices have completed their competition pieces. Our panel have had an opportunity to assess the work, and now at the Highlanes Gallery in Drogheda, the moment of truth. It's now time to judge the finished pieces, so let's meet the panel. Our resident judges are Derek McGarry from the National College of Art and Design and Brian McGee from the Crafts Council of Ireland. Joining them is Lisa Young, top ceramic artist and educator.
Congratulations on the work that you have here for us to look at. I'm going to ask you if you might have thought about using moulds to make the whole form.
Yeah, exactly. If I was to produce more of them on a large scale and produce at a quicker time, like, I would probably slip cast it.
So that's something that you would think about doing in the future.
Yeah.
Well done, your piece looks terrific.
Thanks.
I also like the spirals. They're very popular though, and I think one of the things that would be interesting about the techniques and the pattern work and so on is to come up with new contemporary sort of Celtic patterns. How do you feel about that criticism?
That's okay. I do work with other Celtic art forms as well. I do a lot of Celtic animals, and they work really well.
Okay, thank you.
Ian, can you tell me how much you think you'd like to sell this product for?
I would like this product to retail between 70 to 75 euros. I would like to see it sold in craft shops and craft galleries throughout Ireland. And also, I think I would like to get it into the American market and Europe as well.
Okay, very good, thanks.
The judge's task is to select a winner based on the criteria of design, craftsmanship and marketability.
In terms of commerciality, in terms of her business acumen, maybe not so great.
The piece perhaps isn't as strong in terms of craftsmanship as the other 2, but I think there's a real sense that she's embarking on something rather than being at the finished point.
I was also interested in his price point. I thought it was too low. What did you think, Derek?
It's very low, and I think he wants to make this a viable career.
I think you can teach people the business tricks. If the product's right, the design is right, the price is right, the buyers will buy it.
Queeva, Deirdre and Ian's work has been considered by the judges. Brian, can we have your verdict, please?
You can. Representing ceramics in the final of Craftmaster will be Queeva.
So Queeva will represent ceramics in the final, where her work will be judged by a panel of design experts including Louise Kennedy and Paul Costello. Next week we meet 3 apprentices in textiles, all hoping they have what it takes to be Craftmaster.
Oh my God, I have an extra thread. Really anxious, very stressed, borderline panic.
Sorry, I've just gone into meltdown.
I just lost focus for a split second.